Good evening, I'm Anshika Sharma. You are watching Jeevan's News at 8. Before we start the bulletin, headlines of the day. Former CBI Chief Alok Verma resigned. Allegation that denied justice. Backlash for Astana. Delhi HC refused to squash FIR. No group criteria for determining candidates, says AK Antony. Considers only qualification and chances of victory. SBI bank attack. Police confirmed NGO leader's role. Chance of departmental level action against the arrested. Will not resign from the post of Devaswam Board President, says A. Padma Kumar. Erumeli Peta Thullal in high protection. Sydney Test. Australian team declared, included pace bowler Peter Siddle. Now the news in detail. Former CBI Chief Alok Verma submitted his resignation from service today, a day after he was removed from his post by a high-powered committee. Refusing to take charge of Director General of Fire Services, Civil Defence and Home Guards Alok Verma quit on Friday. Verma was removed from the post of Director CBI on Thursday by the selection committee comprising the Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition and Justice A.K. Sikri, nominee of Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi. Raising principle of natural justice, Verma, in a letter written to Secretary, Department of Personnel and Training, wrote that Selection Committee did not provide him an opportunity to explain the details recorded by the Central Vigilance Commission before arriving at the decision. Natural justice was scuttled and the entire process was turned upside down in ensuring that he is removed from the post of the Director CBI. The Selection Committee did not consider the fact that the entire CVC report is premised on charges alluded by the complainant, who is presently under investigation by the CBI, reads Verma's letter. Since he is no longer Director CBI and has already crossed the superannuation age of DG Fire Services, he may be deemed as superannuated with effect from today, Verma wrote. Meanwhile, the newly appointed interim director M. Nageshwara Rao reversed all the orders passed by Verma on January 9th and 10th. By these orders, Verma had withdrawn all transfers ordered by Rao on October 24th. National Desk, Jeevan. The Kerala High Court today cancelled the Achyutanandan government's order which released 209 prisoners before the end of their sentence. The verdict was pronounced by a full bench of the High Court. The government in 2011 had released 209 convicts who had served 10 years in jail.
The governor should check the details of the released prisoners within 6 months. If it is found that any of them are ineligible for the release, they should complete their sentence, court noted. The list of released prisoners include 20 convicts in political offences, including that of the murder of K.T. Jayakrishnan Master. The government decision to let off the political prisoners had drawn flack. 28 persons from Pujapura Central Jail were let off. Recently, Governor had returned the government recommendation to let off 36 prisoners. Following this, the case reached High Court. News Desk, Jeevan.
The police has so far not arrested top leaders owing allegiance to the LDF accused in the attack towards SBI Treasury branch on the second day of the national strike. There is an allegation that there is an attempt to settle the case. There were 9 in the team who barged into the bank.
There is an attempt to settle the case without arresting them. Meantime, the police had identified 4 more persons. The NGO union leaders Suresh Babu, Suresh, Anil and Srivalsan. But there is no move from the side of the police to arrest them. Their attempts to hold discussions to give statement that there were only 2 when the bank was attacked. If moves forward with the complaint, the attackers are sure to lose their jobs. Following that, compromise talks are being held. The attackers are seeking a compromise as they are sure of losing jobs. It has been asserted that the bank has not taken a favourable stand on the issue. News Desk, Jeevan.
The ceremonial Peta Thullal that is held along with the Sabrimala pilgrimage began today a little after 11 a.m. at Erumeli.
Ambalappuzha Peta Thullal led by the Samuha Periyon Kalathil Chandrasekhar Nair has begun. It will conclude at Dharmashastra temple after going around Naina Juma Masjid, Vavarpalli, after it is accorded receptions at various points. Ambalappuzha and Alangar teams would perform the Peta Thullal on Friday by 3 p.m. Alangar team led by A.K. Vijayakumar will begin their ceremonial Peta Thullal. The second team won't go around Vavarupalli and directly reach Dharmashastra temple and end the Petta Tullal. According to beliefs, Vavaswamy, Muslim saint and a close friend of Lord Ayyappa's permit, had already set off his journey with the Ambalapura team. Devasam Board, Ayyappa Seva Sangam, various socio-culture organizations, people representatives and officials will arrange a reception for both teams at Dharmashastra temple. A reception is also arranged at Erumeli Puthanveedu, which is connected to the history of Lord Ayyappa. News Desk, Jeevan.
A. Padma Kumar has rejected the claims that he is resigning from the post of Devasam Board President. Speaking to media at Erumeli, he clarified that the rumours regarding his resignation are false. Padma Kumar said that a media is continuously giving news about his resignation and it is just their dream.
ഗവൺമെന്റുമായി ആലോചിച്ച് ദേവസ്വം ബോർഡ് മെമ്പർമാരെന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾ പരിപൂർണമായിട്ടുള്ള ഐക്യത്തോടു കൂടിയിട്ടാണ് മുമ്പോട്ട് പോകുന്നത്. കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം 1-ാം തീയതിയാണ് ഞാൻ പ്രസിഡന്റായിട്ട് ചുമതല ഏറ്റെടുത്തത്. കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം ശബരിമല സീസൺ ആരംഭിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ വർഷം നന്നായിട്ട് പോയി. ഈ വർഷം ഇതുവരെ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. 3-4 ദിവസം കൂടെ ഉണ്ട് മകരവിളക്കിന്. നാളെ പന്തളത്ത് നിന്ന് നമ്മുടെ തിരുവാഭരണം ഏറ്റുവാങ്ങിച്ച് അതിനോടൊപ്പം ഞാനുണ്ടാവും. മകരവിളക്കിന് ഞാനുണ്ടാവും. നവംബർ 14-ാം തീയതിയാണ് എന്റെ കാലാവധി തീരുന്നത്. അതുവരെ ഉണ്ടാവുമെന്നാണ് എന്റെ വിശ്വാസം. അതെ, അല്ല അതുകൊണ്ടല്ല, ആ മണ്ഡലകാലത്തിന്റെയോ അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ മറ്റ് കാര്യങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ടല്ല. ഈ വാർത്തകള് പടച്ചുവിടാൻ വേണ്ടി ചില ആളുകളുണ്ടല്ലോ, ഈ വെറുതെ എന്തെങ്കിലും വാർത്തകൾ ഇറക്കുക, പിന്നെ ചിലരുടെ ആഗ്രഹത്തിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ.
Devasam Minister Kadagampalli Surendran said that the propaganda of Devasam Board President A. Padma Kumar should resign is baseless. The arrangements of the Magarvilak has been completed, said Kadagampalli at Thiruvananthapuram.
വാസ്തവമില്ല. പത്മകുമാർ മകരവിളക്കിന്റെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഉള്ളത് എരുമേലിയിലാണ്. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ സംസാരിച്ചിരുന്നു. അനാവശ്യമായിട്ടുള്ള ദുഷ്പ്രചരണമാണ് നടക്കുന്നത്. മകരവിളക്ക് നല്ല നിലയിൽ നടക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ ക്രമീകരണങ്ങളുമായിട്ടുണ്ട്.
BJP State Secretary K. Surendran has approached the High Court seeking relaxation in the bail conditions to take part in the Magarvilak festival. The High Court has sought a report from the government. Surendran was arrested under non-bailable conditions in connections with the violence that broke out during the Chitra Atta Vishesham. The High Court had granted him bail on condition that he must not enter Pathanamthitta district. Surendran in his petition sought relaxation in bail condition to have darshan at the Sabrimala temple during Magarvilak festival. The Sabrimala Nada will be opened for 5 days following the Magarvilak festival. Surendran has sought permission to visit the hill shrine on one of these days. The High Court will pronounce an order after hearing the government's stand on the matter. News Desk, Jeevan. At least 10,000 members of the ruling BJP National Council gathered in New Delhi today for a 2-day conclave to discuss preparations for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections in the backdrop of defeats in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh assembly polls.
The conclave began with BJP Chief Amit Shah's speech today. It will conclude with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's pep talk tomorrow. The BJP will try to step up preparedness on the organizational front by roping in talent from across the country for specific election-related jobs. A BJP leader said a meeting of the National Council in which district-level leaders have been invited on such a scale has been called for the first time. The council meets once a year with roughly 3,000 leaders in attendance. BJP President Amit Shah will address at least 10,000 members of the council and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will talk to them on Saturday. The conclave, possibly the last such event of the BJP before the Lok Sabha elections, is being organized after it lost the assembly elections in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh to Congress. Thousands of members of the Bharatiya Janata Party's National Council will meet soon at Ramleela Maidan in New Delhi for 2 days ahead of the upcoming Lok Sabha election. National Desk, Jeevan.
The Delhi High Court Friday refused to squash the FIR lodged against CBI Special Director Rakesh Asthana on bribery allegations. Justice Nazmi Waziri also refused to quash the FIR lodged against CBI Deputy Superintendent Devendra Kumar and alleged middleman Manoj Prasad. The High Court directed the CBI to complete investigation in case against Asthana and others within 10 weeks. The High Court further said that the allegation of malafide raised against the CBI Director Alok Verma is not made out. It also vacated its interim order granting protection to Asthana against criminal proceedings. The High Court dismissed the petitions filed by Asthana, Kumar and Prasad challenging the FIR lodged against them. Asthana was booked on charges of criminal conspiracy, corruption and criminal misconduct under sections of Prevention of Corruption Act. Hyderabad-based businessman Satish Babu Sana, on whose complaint the FIR was lodged, had alleged having paid bribe to get relief in the case. Sana had also made allegations of corruption, extortion, high-handedness and serious malpractice against Asthana. Justice Waziri had reserved the judgment on December 20, 2018 on various petitions after hearing submissions of the Council for CBI, the Centre Asthana Kumar Verma and Joint Director A.K. Sharma. National Desk, Jeevan. Bahujan Samaj Party Chief Mayawati and Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav will address a joint press briefing tomorrow in Lucknow. The two Uttar Pradesh leaders are expected to announce their alliance tomorrow ahead of the 2019 Lok Sabha elections.
Sources said that both SP and BSP are planning to contest on 37 seats each out of the 80 on offer in Uttar Pradesh and plan to leave just two, Ray Bareli and Amethi, the bastions of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi for the Congress. Smaller parties like the Rashtriya Lok Dal and the Nishal Party are also likely to be in the alliance. In the 2014 Lok Sabha elections, the BJP and its allies had won 73 of the 80 seats in Uttar Pradesh. Bahujan Samaj Party Chief Mayawati and Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav to address a joint press briefing in Lucknow tomorrow. The hoardings read Hamare Paas Gathbandhan Hai or BJP ke paas CBI. We have alliance and the BJP has CBI. The hoardings came days after the CBI conducted over a dozen raids in Uttar Pradesh in connection with illegal mining in the state during the tenure of the SP government. Even Akhilesh Yadav's name surfaced in the illegal mining case. Bahujan Samaj Party Supremo Mayawati supported Akhilesh after his name emerged in the case and advised him not to be shaken by such gimmicks. Talking about seat sharing for 2019 Lok Sabha elections, Rashtriya Lok Dal President Ajit Singh said, "We are a part of the Grand Alliance. We haven't discussed seats yet. Mayawati ji and Akhilesh ji will decide whether there will be an alliance with Congress or not. It would be interesting to see if Mayawati and Akhilesh Yadav are ready to talk to the Congress for an alliance, as the party chief Rahul Gandhi in a recent interview said that he was open to forming an alliance. In October, Mayawati said her party would contest elections on its own if the BSP wasn't given a respectable seat share. She added that it was better than begging for seats in any alliance. National Desk, Jeevan.
India's Congress Party President Rahul Gandhi is beginning his two-day visit to the UAE with a meeting with hundreds of Indian workers in Dubai today morning.
Gandhi, who arrived in Dubai on Thursday evening, received a rousing welcome at the Dubai International Airport. Shouting Rahul Rahul, fans including women tried to catch a closer glimpse of their leader, give him bouquets and take selfies with him. Gandhi arrived with Sam Pitroda, chairman of the Indian Overseas Congress, and was received by All India Congress Committee secretaries and other senior Congress leaders who had already arrived in preparation for his visit. A part of his global outreach program that comes ahead of general elections in India, Gandhi's visit will see him interact with workers, business leaders, professionals, students and the larger Indian expat community. Gandhi is meeting hundreds of Indian workers at a labour accommodation in Jebel Ali at 10 a.m. During lunchtime, he will attend an interactive meeting organized by the Indian Business and Professional Council in Dubai. Around 200 invited Indian business leaders and professionals are expected to attend the function. The main public event, a culture meeting of Indian diaspora, where Gandhi will be the chief guest, will begin at 4 p.m. at Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Gandhi is expected to address a crowd of 25,000 and talk about the idea of India in the context of 150 years of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. He will speak on the current relevance of Gandhi's ethos on tolerance, which is also the theme of the Year of Tolerance in the UAE. He is also expected to speak on the issues faced by the NRIs and give them assurances about what he can do to resolve them. On Saturday morning, Gandhi will address Indian university students in Dubai before heading to Abu Dhabi. Gandhi will be visiting Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque and pay tributes to the 100 years of Zayed. He will also attend another meeting with business leaders and professionals in Abu Dhabi, organized by the Indian Business and Professional Group. International Desk, Jeevan.
Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan today submitted report to Governor on Sabrimala violence following entry of two young women into the Sabrimala temple on January 2nd.
The report said that 9,489 of the accused belong to some groups. He also alleged that there were attempts to communally polarize society by the Sangh Parivar outfits following the Supreme Court judgment allowing entry to women of all ages to Sabrimala. The governor had on January 3rd sought an urgent report from Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan on the disturbances during the 12-hour statewide shutdown called by Hindu fringe groups and supported by the BJP. Pinarayi said that there was unprecedented violence carried out by the Parivar outfits when the hill shrine opened during various periods. The report also mentioned the attacks carried out against the media persons and the police force. The Chief Minister also mentioned in the detailed report the violence unleashed across the state following the entry of 2 women in Sabrimala. Pinarayi explained the nature of the agitation and the action taken to curb the violent protesters in various parts of the state. The Chief Minister assured the Governor that stringent action would be initiated against those involved in the violent incidents, irrespective of party affiliations, it said. The Chief Minister and Governor also discussed the progress of the rehabilitation of the flood victims, among other matters. Violence involving BJP, RSS and ruling CPI Marxists rocked parts of Kerala, particularly Kannur district, during the January 3rd Hartal, with several houses and shops of rival leaders and workers being attacked over the Sabrimala issue. News Desk, Jeevan.
Let's move on to Sabrimala report. The Sabrimala Ayyappa temple in Kerala is gearing up for the Magaravillak fest under a tight police vigil. Thousands of people from various states thronged into the temple to witness the holy lamp that being lit at the Ponnambala-made mountain ranges on the Magara Sankranti day evening.
This year's Sankranti is on January 14. The procession carrying the Thiruvabaranam ornaments of the Lord Ayyappa from the Pandalam Palace, about 80 kilometers from the hill shrines, is beginning on Saturday. Ayyappa idol will be adorned with the ornaments on the Magaravillakku day, tightening the grip on those protesting against the entry of women in menstruating age to the hill shrine. The police have imposed restrictions that those who had taken part in the protests will not be allowed to join the procession carrying the Thiruvabaranam. Pathanamthitta District Police Chief T. Narayan IPS had directed the Travancore Devasam Board to give the list of the people who are carrying the Thiruvabaranam to the temple. A police clearance would be required to take part in the procession. The police's strategy is to keep the protesters off from the temple premises to avoid the chances of protesters if any women in the 10 to 50 age group visits the temple during the Magaravillakku. News Desk, Jeevan.
A galaxy of luminaries from the fields of literature, arts and culture marked their presence as the 4-day Kerala Literature Festival began on the Kozhikode beach.
M.T. Vasudevan Nair Nanapeeth winning writer lit a lamp to mark the beginning of the literary feat. K. Sachidanandan, festival director, who presided over the event, said that this literary festival was different from similar ventures elsewhere because of its popular character. The people of Kozhikode have taken it up as their own. The programs being held and the topics being discussed are decided at different levels in different towns, and after eliciting the views of people from different walks of life, he said. Also, though people from different countries who speak different languages are coming down here, the focus is on Malayalam language and its literature. The regional language is not given similar recognition at other literary festivals, he said. At a time when space for meaningful debates were shrinking, the festival would give a platform for fearless expression of ideas, Mr. Sachidanandan added. News Desk, Jeevan.
Sports News. Having successfully wrapped up the 4th match test series, Virat Kohli and his men look to begin the one-day international adventure in Sydney, where they lock horns against Australia in the first match of the series. The controversy surrounding KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya is a cause of concern for the team management, but even in a case where the pair could be deemed ineligible for the opening ODI. The men in blue, however, still have enough firepower in the 16-man roster to give them a winning start. Andy Murray broke down in tears as he revealed the plan to end his career at Wimbledon, but admitted he may not make it past next week Australian Open. The two-time champion, who has been struggling to recover from hip surgery, was overcome by emotion as he made the announcement in Melbourne. Murray, 31, has battled to recover from a chronic hip condition for more than 18 months and had surgery on his right hip last January, before returning to tennis in June. During an emotional press conference in the Australian city, the former world #1 said the pain has become almost unbearable for him to play on. He said his first round match is over. Before we wind up, headlines once again. Former CBI chief Alok Verma resigned. Allegation that denied justice. Backlash for Astana. Delhi SC refused to quash FIR. No group criteria for determining candidates, say AK Antony. Considers only qualification and chances of victory. SBI bank attack. Police confirmed NGO leaders roll chance of departmental level action against the arrested. Will not resign from the post of Devasum Board President, says A. Padma Kumar. Irumeli Petathulal in high protection. Sydney Test Australian team declared, included pace bowler Peter Settle. That's all today from the English News Desk. Thank you for watching and good night.